everyone, and today I thought I would share with you my everyday makeup look during quarantine. So let's get started. The first thing I like to do is I like to apply a primer before I apply foundation. So this one is Quench by Tarte. And I just use my hands and rub it in on my face. It provides a barrier before I use my foundation. The next thing I do is I use Florence concealer in the shade FL20, and I apply it right under my eyes and right beside my nose, and I apply it on all of the little spots that I currently have. And for this formula, I do not like to use a brush. I just rub it in with my hands because I think that's what works best, because otherwise I think it will get streaks. And I don't like to use beauty blenders because I don't think they're that sanitary. So that's what I just do. The next thing I like to use is also by Florence, which is their foundation, and it is also in the shade FL20, and I realized I did not blend out my concealer in all the way. Well, that's embarrassing. Then I just like to apply it all over my face and in little spots, and then gosh, wow. I'm just watching myself and how I do this, and I'm surprised. I'll edit this out later. And then I go in with my Real Techniques foundation brush, and I blend that in.
The largest palette.
I like to make sure that there are no streaks.
Palette within the palette. Good grief, I'm specific. And I go in with the shade Happiness and the smaller palette. And then I go in with the larger palette and the shade Celebration. My sister got a hold of this palette, and now it looks like this. So, yay. Oh, grief. Next, I just go in with a poofy brush, I guess I would describe it as, and I first go in with Celebration because I like to use a lighter shade under a more colorful shade to bring out and make the shade a little bit lighter. And also, I just think it makes my eyes look bigger, if that makes sense. And it's a really great thing to do if you had hooded eyes like mine. The next thing I do is I go in with my cheeks brush and I blend it in on my eyes. And the next thing I use is a bronze and highlight set by Protera. It is in the nude shade. It's called Nude Duo. I'm great at this. And I like to go in with the highlighter right above my cheekbone, under my eye, and then I go in with the bronzer right below my cheekbone. And then I take the highlighter and go in on my nose and upper brow. Wait. The bow of my nose. 'Cause, yeah. And then I go in with the angled brush and make sure there are no streaks, and it looks as natural as I can get it. The next thing I like to use is Tarte's Quench in this Tarte's blush in the shade Corky, and I like to go on that on the top of my cheekbones.
I like to use this light red shade. I'm not sure if it's available still because I got it in an Ipsy package. And I like it because it's not too red, and I typically, for day-to-day things, go in with that. And the next product that I'm using is my mascara, which is another Tarte product. And I like it because it's not too terribly clumpy. And I go in with it on the brows too, because sometimes I'm just too lazy to actually use my brow palette. And then I go in with my brow palette and I use the lightest shade in it to lift up the brow. Just find it hilarious that, wow, hardy har har. And that is the completed look that I've been doing. Bye, thanks for watching.